Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ajay and today we will discuss about variables in Java. So let's get started. In the class and object video, we learned that object has state and behavior. And that time I told you for state of object remember variable, and that we are going to see in this video. So, variables in Java. What is variable? So, variable is used to store the value in a Java program. Like, let's consider a box. This box acts as a variable. How? I will show you. We take this example for your better understanding. If you want to keep tennis ball, volleyball, football inside the boxes, you can store it. But if you store all the types of balls inside a single box, it will create mess. So you can take three different boxes for different types of balls. In three different boxes, then you will not getting difficulty to get the balls. Otherwise, you have to search it. Because of this approach, you can get it easily. So, here the boxes are the variables, and inside the boxes we are keeping balls. These balls are the data, and separate types of boxes that we have taken before keeping the balls inside into it. So these boxes type that we specify which types of ball we are going to store is data type. Then you said what is data type? That we'll learn in the upcoming data type video. So don't worry about it. So let's recollect all the points that we learn. Variable is used to store the values in a Java program. Before use of variable in Java, you need to declare it. To declare a variable, you need to specify its data type and name. And syntax for declaring variable, you can use either of these approach to declare and initialize the variable. First data type, then variable name and semicolon. By this line, you have declared the variable and you already have specified which types of value you are going to store. So at the time of initializing the variable, don't use the data type. Simply use variable name, assignment operator and value followed by the semicolon. Now you have initialized the variable. Or this all you can do in a single line, like data type, variable name, assignment operator and value, which we are going to store inside the variable, and followed by the semicolon. This is an example. Int age. This declare a variable called age that has data type of int, which means it can hold integer values. Then you assign 20 values. You can also assign a value to variable at the time of declare it. So data type int, then variable name age, then equal to operator and value and semicolon. By this you have given 20 age to the age variable, which is integer type. This declares a variable called age and assign its value of 20. And then you said I have assigned the value to the variable, but later I want to modify it. You can change the value of variable later in the program. That time no need to specify data type. Just write age equal to 30. This change the value of age variable to the 30. then that time no need to provide data type, just variable name equal to operator and give the value followed by semicolon. Then variables are divided into two divisions. First, based on the type of value, and second, based on the behavior and position declaration. So, first division, based on the type of values represented by a variable, all variables are divided into two types. There are primitive variables and reference variable. Primitive variable can be used to represent primitive values. Means we know which types of data is getting stored in the variable. In this example, it is integer. Int x is equal to 10. So this is primitive variable. And second, reference variable. Reference variable can be used to refer the object, such as example student yes equal to new student. Here s is a reference variable which is referring to student object, and object is in heap area and reference is in stack area which is referring to that object. And regarding heap and stack, we will see in the heap and stack tutorial. Now in division 2, based on behavior and position of declaration, all variables are divided into following three types: instant variable, class variable, local variable. Before talking about these three different types of variable, we learn about fields and variable. If we are talking about instant variable and class variable, in general, we can say that fields. If we are talking about all the types, we can say that variables. If you know these terms, then you can discuss with anyone and you can use specific term like static field, local variable, etc. as a appropriate exactly what type of variable you are saying. Okay, you got the difference between field and variable. Now coming to the point of these three different types of variable. So first, instant variable. In instant variable, objects store their individual state in a non-static field. That is, field declared without a static keyword. Non-static fields are also known as instant variable because their values are unique to each instant of class, to each object. In other words, if the values of variable is varied from object to object, such type of variable are called instant variable. If we have instant variable of name person name, then person name will vary person to person. For every object, a separate copy of instant variable will be created. So few points you have to keep in mind regarding instant variable. So first point, instant variable will create at the time of object creation and destroyed at the time of object destruction. Hence, the scope of instant variable is exactly the same as the scope of object. Got it? Now, the point number 2. Instant variable will be stored in the heap as a part of object. And point number 3, instant variable should be declared within the class directly but outside the any method, block or constructor. Instant variable can be accessed directly from instant area but cannot access directly from static area. But by using object reference, you can access the instant variable from static area. And the last point, point number 5, instant variables, also known as object level variables. That is about instant variable. Now, class variable or static variable. A class variable is a variable declared with a static modifier. That static we will discuss later, but now at this time just remember the name static which we are provide before the data type. This tells the compiler that there is exactly only one copy of this variable is existence, regardless how many times the class has been instantiated. Suppose consider a family having 4 members like father, mother, brothers and sister. The last name of all the members are same. So there you can use static variable. Only one copy shared all the members. So we saved our memory because only one copy provide to all. Now point remember regarding static variable, if values of variable is not varied from object to object, such type variable is not recommended to declare as an instant variable. We have to declare such types of variable at a class level by using static modifier. In the case of instant variable, for every object of separate copy will be created. But in case of static variable, for entire class only one copy will be created and that copy will be shared to all the object of that class. Static variable will be created at the time of class loading and destructed at the time of class unloading. Hence, the scope of static variable of that .class file. Static variable will be stored inside method area. So what is method area we will discuss in another video. Okay, static variable should be declared within the class directly but outside the any method, block or constructor. Static variable can be accessed from both instant and static area directly. We can access static variable either by class name or by object reference, but usage of class name is recommended. But within the same class, it is not required to use class name. We can access directly. Then last point is local variable. The syntax for declaring a local variable is similar to declaring a field. For example, int h is equal to 20 semicolon, which is between opening and closing braces of method. Sometimes to meet temporary requirement of programmer, we can declare a variable inside a method, block or constructor. Such type of variable are called local variable. Now point to remember, local variable will be stored inside stack. The local variable will be created as a part of block execution in which it is declared and destroyed once that block execution completes. Local variables are only visible to the methods in which they are declared. They are not accessible from the rest of the class. Hence, the scope of local variable is exactly same as the scope of that block in which we declared it. So that's it about the local variables. Now this example, this roll number is declared as an instant variable because it is declared inside the class and outside the method and without static keyword, because the roll number will be varied from student to student. It is depend on the object. So separate copy will be provided every object and it will be created at the time of object creation and destroyed at the time of object destruction. So the scope related to that object only. It is stored in heap area. It is accessed directly from instant area, but you cannot access it from the static area. So this main method is a static main method. So here you cannot access it directly, but by using object reference you can access it. So here we created a object and assign the roll number and access by object reference. So this is object level variable. I hope cleared about instant variable. Now static variable. Talking about location of static variable, it is inside the class with static modifier, but outside the method, block or constructor. In our example, strength of the class is same for all the objects. So why we waste the memory? Let's share only one copy to all the objects. So we took that as a static variable and it's created at the time of class loading and destroyed at the time of class unloading. So the scope of static variable is same as the scope of .class file, and it is stored in the method area and it accessed either by class name or object reference, but by using class name is recommended, so we access by using class name. So here we access it by using class name. Now let's come to the last type of variable is local variable. In our example, number of faculty is a local variable because it may varies. You know, faculty can switch their job, so this seems like temporary requirement. So we keep it as a local variable. It declare inside method as you can see, or it can be inside block constructor. It will be stored inside stack memory. As you know, it is a part of block, so its scope till the block execution, and that's why their scope only limited to that block execution. We cannot access the number of faculty outside the main method because its scope limited to the main method. That's all. Very simple. I hope I have cleared your all the concept related to variable, and I don't think till you have any doubts. Even if in case you have any doubts, feel free to share your query below in the comment section. I would love to resolve your queries. So that's it about today's video, and I will see you in the next video.